It's late, 10:15. Um, Somebody popped up on the channel today and made some pretty ridiculous remarks. And the guy said, I respect you as a technician. You're damn good. I'm a technician as well, and I also work for Ford. But I hate the fact that you're a white supremacist. I said, what the fuck are you talking about? White supremacist. And he said, have you ever Googled your name? And I was like, oh my God, here we go. Guys, I'm a military guy. I'm a constitutionalist. I don't like the shit that's going on in our lives at all. I don't like what we're having to deal with. When all the riots and stuff and the looting started and all the craziness was going on, and then all of a sudden the vaccine stuff and people being forced to do stuff that they're not supposed to have to do, and then with all the people out of work and the social justice stuff popping up all over the place and police officers getting attacked and families and neighborhoods being ruined and stuff, I spoke up about some stuff. And I have a bunch of like-minded people that feel the same as me. A lot of my friends and stuff feel the same as me. Prior vets, police officers, stuff like that. And we don't stand for a lot of bullshit. And if we want to talk about something, we talk about it. If we see that there are things that don't make sense or need to be changed, we speak about it. And I had spoke up about some of the local people that I see at some of these rallies and events and protests and stuff like that. And I said, I think it's kind of funny that the same people that we're seeing at these rallies and these events and these protests and stuff like that are the same people that are educating our children at school. Why are they wearing all black clothing? Why are they saying F the police? And why are they saying all cops are bastards and everything else? What does any of this stuff mean? I have no idea what this stuff is. Why are the young women and men that are teaching our young children and stuff out here with these people doing this stuff and then attacking and fighting and destroying and burning down and breaking windows and stuff like that? None of this shit makes sense. And these are the people that we trust to teach our children. These are people that are on the school board that have to deal with all this kind of stuff. And this is acceptable? I spoke about this stuff and I drew light to it. I was one of the first few people when all this was going on to actually openly talk about this stuff. And I met some guys that felt the same way. And we would openly go and talk in public about the shit that was going on, the stuff that we didn't agree with. And I found out some of these people were Antifa. And I was like, who are these people? Let's get more information on them. I started digging, I started doing research, I started figuring out faces and names and asking people that I know that could find out information. And then I found out some of them are not very good people. Some of them in their mid-20s to late 20s, early 30s and stuff like that have been getting in trouble for 10 plus years. Prison time, some of their family and stuff like that have been involved in a lot of activity where they've been convicted and done time and stuff like that. And one in particular incident where the father of one of the guys that was identified in the group has went down for some pretty serious charges with children. Get this, guy's an influence in the community that he lives in. He's the head of a homeowners association and all this other stuff. And when I started putting on the heat, when I started drawing light to the same people that are supposed to be standing up for social justice are the same people that have been getting in trouble for the last 10 plus years, that are getting arrested over and over and over again, documented local reports, police blotter, everything else on these people, and I started showing what was going on and who these people are. It got kind of hot. It got kind of hot and heavy. So they figured out who I was. I was asked to pull security at a Back to Blue event on Roosevelt in Columbus in Chicago. I am a CCL carrier, legal, trained veteran, avid shooter, all the time, kind of training. I enjoy it. I always wanted to have a channel where I showed people about the breakdown of certain weapons and stuff like that, and what different types of ammo do, and the different types of match grade stuff and how to break them down safely and how to just be safe around firearms, because everything that I've been taught. Somebody stole some of those pictures from some of them old videos on another account that I have here on YouTube. And took those pictures and posted them on their own social media, an Antifa site that does nothing but lie about anybody that doesn't have anything to do with them, and posted a lot of bad information that was not true about me on there. So somebody seen my email and they went and researched my name, and they were like, this is where I got all the information from. I was like, you got the information from an Antifa page, because I say I hate those motherfuckers. I cannot stand them. I don't care what you believe in. I don't care what you do with your life, as long as you're not them and you practice the form of their protesting the way that they do. I despise them with a passion, and I always will. And because I knew too much and I dug up too much information on their family and their brothers and their sisters and all the people that had been involved and why they were raised the way that they were and how they ended up being the way that they did. I'm one of those people where my PTSD kind of kicks in. I get nervous about stuff, and I want to know as much about something that I possibly can. I want to research as much as I want to know who's in my community, who's living next door to me, who's right down the street from my parents' house that are in these groups, where I had to research. I had to try to figure out who they are, where they're at. If anything was to ever happen, if I had to protect my parents, my family, and stuff like that, I wanted to know who I was dealing with. My folks live not too far from some of the key people that run these groups, and I got super scared. So I dug, and I dug, and I dug, and I dug, and I found out more information than I would have liked to have known. And I spoke about it. I wanted people to know the type of people that were in their community, and I wanted them to know what they were dealing with. So I put out the information that I found that was documented in local newspapers, police records, and stuff like that. And it was too hot for them, and they had to figure out a bailout. They had to silence me. So they started putting pictures of my other YouTube on their Antifa news article letter. They wanted to start talking all this bad stuff about me and saying that I'm this person and I'm that person, and that information is out there. But there's also a lot of good information out there about me, my college, me being a veteran, me excelling at the college that I went to. You guys get to see all the stuff I do in my daily life, how I'm always helping people, how I'm always giving my time away, how I care about everybody no matter what you believe in. We get cars in here all the time that have women's rights all over it and stuff like that, and Bernie and Biden and all that stuff. I don't care about that stuff. I work on those people's car gladly, and I fix that just like it's my car, if not better. That stuff doesn't bother me. Who you voted for or what political party or something you follow, that doesn't bother me. What bothers me is when you go into communities and you fucking destroy them because you think that that's going to change something. That bothers me. And when I spoke about these people that are predominantly Caucasian anyway, and the previous history that they have led and still continue to follow, and they're out here in our communities and they're leading these social justice protests and stuff like that, and it's not even people that have legitimate cause to do so, I spoke about it. And they put some bad information on the internet about me. They stole some pictures of me doing an AR-15 or MMC Armory MA-15 breakdown, showing how it shoots, the alpha rail and everything that goes with it, the lower, how it all breaks down, how to clean it and stuff like that. And they posted some bullshit on the internet about me. And some guy popped up today threatening that he wanted everybody to know the type of person I am. Well, I'm here now to tell you, if you research my name, you're gonna find this bullshit. I'm not this person. The only reason it's up on the internet is because they have about a dozen people with random accounts here in the state of Illinois that do this type of shit. And if you notice, most of the postings on Twitter and stuff like that may only be viewed 20 times or 30 times, and it may only have like 5 likes because they're nobody. They ain't shit. It's just a small group of people causing turmoil in our communities and stuff out here that I spoke out against. And it was a little too hot for them. So what did they do? They turned around and they did the same thing right back to me, and they made up a bunch of lies that they can't even prove. There's nothing that they can prove. So I wanted to come clean with you guys and let you know that if you do see my email and you do research my name, there's some bullshit out there that's not even true about me. It's going to be a one-time video. It's going to be a one-time explanation, and that's it. I wanted to just inform you that this bad information is out there. You guys have seen me enough over the last couple years, and you see me daily. You meet with me, you know, my friends and stuff on here. You see the people I deal with. I'm none of what they say I am. None of it. Some of you that have come from out of state to have me work on your vehicles, and a lot of you that don't have my skin color that come see me all the time that are on this channel, and I work with you, and I take care of you, and I treat you like you're my family and stuff like that. You know who I am and how I am. And this type of situation I knew would eventually probably plague me because of this bullshit that they posted. And this guy, instead of going and actually searching and coming to me and trying to email me and talk about what is all this nonsense that's on here, because that doesn't seem like that's you, because he even said that doesn't seem like that's you, but because they said it in their bullshit article, that must be you. You're a technician, bro. You're supposed to know how to diagnose and dig and look and learn about things, but you didn't do that. You failed horribly. You went and read some fake news thing somewhere, all because I put a bunch of information out about people in my community that I thought they should know live there, in my community, not other people's community, my community. And I put that information out for everybody in my community to know, and these people felt scared. And they retaliated, and they made up a bunch of lies. Always know who you're dealing with. Always ask questions before assuming. And unfortunately, I had to block this guy. I had to put him off the page. I just wanted to come clean with you guys to tell you that there is some bullshit out there about me. That they'll make one news article, and then they'll spread it over to Twitter, and then they'll spread it over somewhere else, and it says a bunch of shit that's not even true. You know, they claimed I was some backup for the SWAT team in Chicago and stuff like that. I'm a fucking mechanic. How can I be backup for SWAT? I'm not even trained to be SWAT. I don't even have a license. I'm not even a police officer. I'm a legal firearms owner, a concealed carry owner with a lot of training and military background. That's it. I want to be able to protect my community if anything ever happens. I want people to know if there's pedophiles in my community, if there's bad people in my community. I want them to know who's living right next to them. And with my folks living blocks from a convicted pedophile, and then his children that are now in their mid-20s or late 20s that are out here in the streets running these protests and stuff like that have been in trouble since 2014, 2015 consistently. I want people in my community to know that. It's only right. I wanted you guys to know where the bad information on their part came from, and the stealing of photos and stuff from my other YouTube channel that I don't even really go on anymore. I post some food stuff every once in a while. I'll talk about my weight loss success and stuff like that. I'll talk about health and stuff on there. But some of you are eventually going to run into somebody saying something like that, and I wanted you to know where that came from. That's where it came from. I'm a good guy. I don't hurt nobody. I don't bother nobody. I would protect and look out for anybody, but I do not like these idiot Antifa people that are doing this type of shit. There's a difference between people that are really anti-fascist and people that are anti-fascist that want to harm and destroy. Those are the people I hate. Just wanted to explain.